You're in Velaki, and this is the point where I insert a dramatic, atmospheric thing to get you guys in the mood. So imagine that right here. And as that happens, as you hear the creaking of the wooden floorboards around you, as you sit in the Grey Raven Inn, and you've been patiently waiting for Septimus to return. Saban smoking his pipe, Rika having a bit of a drink, both of you reminiscing, thinking about the events that have been transpired lately, as well as the events that are yet to come, specifically today as well. Once again, you see what you have seen before, the door, the secret quote-unquote door opening, and the storyteller that you've seen several other evenings coming out of it, closing the door behind him and carrying an accordion with him. With that, he strolls up to the bar, sets his accordion down on a side chair as it goes, and he orders a soup as it goes on to have a breakfast, as he seems to be residing in this tavern. And so, you wait, and time passes. A few more people start coming inside. It's not a lot that's going on. And you sit there. Is anything you would like to discuss?
Don't think Saban is really in that chatty of a mood. He'll respond if he's talked to, but...
Yeah. Maybe talking isn't the best of activities right now.
As you continue silently slurping your drinks, trying to avoid eye contact with each other, time passes as you so often have them before in taverns, in relative silence, with a bit of a drink, and eventually Septimus returns and stands in the doorway, entering the tavern and strutting towards you. Septimus, as you come back, you see the scene unchanged from as you left it. Neither of them seems to have moved a single inch, nor has their body position changed. The only difference is the amount to which their cups were filled when you left.
Okay. Before that, you know I'm gonna ask. While I was
There's no Blue
coming back,
Raven.
well, not in the tavern, of course not, but outside.
If I remember, didn't we in last session say that Daniel will let you know if you should roll perception?
Yes, this is getting slightly silly, so I'll just stop this meme right here. There's no Blue Raven.
It's not a meme. It's important.
It's starting to
funny.
get ridiculous, I'll be honest.
No.
Do I see
He'll
any
tell you.
people from my village around?
Fuck your village. Who cares?
Do I see any people from her old academy around?
Actually, Sabans, this is... okay, roll me a perception.
To be completely fair, I don't think Saban would have that much of a lookout.
Humor me.
Let's see.
Do I see my friend turn stalker?
Do I see...
Yes.
Do I see Vani?
22. I guess I am having a lookout.
Evidently so, yes.
I think that's the first good perception roll I've had throughout the whole game.
That is... Alright, this is very funny, because I didn't expect you to find out this way, but you know what? You beat the DC, even if it was accidentally, so... as you were just
Things
sitting...
you do when you're drinking.
Yeah, as you were just sitting there minding your own business and doing this and that, having a bit of a look around, there isn't really much to do. And so you lean back with your smoking pipe as you just start reminiscing about past bygone days, back in your village, all the faces you've seen, all the people you've lost. It hurts for a bit, and you try not to dwell for it too long, but sometimes you do, even if it is unwillingly, go back there for even a second. You have already tried to sort of teach yourself to not do it by drinking and doing this and that, but sometimes even for a split second it happens unwillingly. As you do, you keep imagining all those different places, all those different people. And it goes on, and as you lean back, you go, wait, hang on a minute. There's something that comes back to your mind, a specific scene of an old man in a tavern. An old man in a tavern, particularly trying to look unimportant and non-threatening. Saban, that guy with the top hat. You think that might be
The storyteller?
Yeah, that guy. He's starting to suspect that this may be the man that you spent quite a long time on the road with. At first it was just a thought. You've seen this man a few times now, and it's just something about the way he holds himself, the way he acts, the way his mannerisms. It's something that would be incredibly hard to tell, especially because he doesn't look distinctly like the man you remember. But the mannerisms, they're all the same, they're on point.
Huh.
But you're not completely certain. It still sounds so ridiculous. But you can't help but think it can't be coincidence. It fits too well.
Yeah. Saban will keep an eye on the guy, seeing if the guy looks at Saban and if he has any reaction to him.
Alright. But yeah, actually, Septimus, that's the moment in which you return.
Alright.
The moment of epiphany has left Saban.
She's going to walk in, look at the glasses, look at the two of them, see that their body language hasn't changed. Sigh.
Saban is staring at the counter now, so there's a little difference.
Oh, okay. But still, between Rika and Saban, really, the energy hasn't changed. And he's gonna walk on over and sit down between the two of them. Say, I took care of it.
What did he say?
Well, I think I'm saying this to you in the nicest possible way, but you need to improve the way that you deal with authority. This man does not have a personal grudge against you. He simply doesn't appreciate you punking him in front of his men and mouthing off. That's
Well, I don't try to.
I know you don't try to, which is what makes it all the more ridiculous. Well, that's his issue. You challenge his authority. That's about it. I spoke to him. He seems like a very reasonable and very dedicated person to the causes, to Vallaki in general. But well, from what he did tell me, he doesn't appreciate the politics that go on around here. He said that he would much rather the guards run the city instead of the nobles. Still, said that he did say something that was a bit disconcerting. He said, and he's going to turn around and look at Rika, said there he knows about a connection that the two of you have. And he would like to talk to you about it.
That seems kind of concerning.
Perhaps, but he didn't set a date for when it's supposed to happen, but he did say that he he wants to talk to. There's something that connects you two. I tried to get him to tell me what it was, but he wouldn't say.
Interesting.
Sometimes I'm gonna turn and look at Saban and kind of do this in front of his face. Hey,
Yeah.
what are you looking at?
As you follow his gaze, you see the man with the top hat that you've also encountered a few times before, perhaps only one time though. The vivid storyteller who's wearing colourful cloth, eating a soup at the counter. At this point, he is joined by a few other people who are starting to stroll in, but nothing extensively interesting happening in that direction as far as you can tell.
I think I know the man.
Yeah, wasn't he the storyteller who was here a few minutes ago?
No. I know him from before.
What?
Outside of
Everyone's
everything.
eyes are gonna snap at the man. Where you from?
Before I even met, before I even came to Centra. I knew that man a decade ago, I think.
Are you sure?
Doesn't really look the same, but something about the way he walks. If he is, that would be the guy who taught me how to actually use a weapon.
This is huge. How did he get here?
Well, how did
I
my
don't know,
friend
and
get
also
here?
I don't know why he's a storyteller now.
Maybe he had a career change. Go talk to him.
Try to see if he would take a glance here, see if he has any reaction. Man looks so different, I can't be sure if it is the guy I think it is.
What was his name back then?
Romero.
Why don't you invite him over for a beer?
I guess that's no harm. Saban downs his drink and gets up to the counter. To the man in the top hat.
All right.
Hello.
You get his attention right as he is near the bottom of his soup bowl. As he turns around to you, and this is really the first time you get a good look at this person's face, and it looks different. Definitely not how you remember your former mentor looking. Oh, hello. What is? Yes, hello.
You're the seen you around here during nights telling tales. Wondering if you'd like to wash down the soup with a mug of something and join us at the table and tell one of those tales.
Oh. And from what you told me, you were watching his reaction closely, right?
Yes.
Roll me inside.
Where did my character sheet go? There.
I would really, I would love to, really, but
22.
I have a few things to organize for the festival this afternoon. I'll be helping with the entertainment. So I've got a few things to get ready. But, Oi! Those are some good
another
rolls.
22.
Another 22. So while you notice that this is not... This man doesn't look quite like your mentor as you remember him. He is in the same ballpark age-wise, you notice immediately. And from his reaction here, yeah, you notice. There's a moment of recognition, and for a moment his visage hardens a bit before going into this jolly, oh no, old man sort of thing. In fact, you've seen this before, which was the time that he challenged you to a fight. This is all very familiar. This is all very familiar.
Yeah.
Do you...
Saban will say, if I'd insist, would you give me a lesson by beating me around the ball? Would you be willing to listen to it?
So are you trying... how subtle are you trying to be here?
I mean, not that subtle. Saban technically doesn't mind if people know that they know each other.
Right. Okay, but yeah, okay, you're being pretty straightforward. Well,
Yeah.
I suppose there's no harm in it. I do have a few more minutes. Thank you for the soup so much. Here, have a few silver.
Yeah, I'd also like to get him and myself an ale, and Septim's also has, and Remus has none. Just 4 ales, please.
The barmaid sort of looks at me. Sure thing. Whips out a couple of ales. After serving a couple of people over in front of you, you got your couple of ales, and you can head back to your table. And the friendly, joyous, top hat, colorful cloth man comes with you. He looks like a circus leader, really, and takes a seat at your table. You sit down. He looks at the other two that you're with.
Saban joins the table, shares the drinks around, one for Sherasin/Remus/Septimus, one for Rika, one for the circus director, and one for Saban himself.
He smiles at the other two. Then he puts his hand on Saban's shoulder, draws him closer, and goes, "What the hell are you doing here?"
What are you?
What do you mean, what am I doing here? What are you doing here?
Went into a house. I walked out to here. You?
So what you're saying is you got caught up here and you ended up here accidentally. Is that what I'm getting?
Yeah. You came here on purpose?
Yes, matter of fact, I did.
Didn't know you can do that.
What?
Come here on purpose.
Yes, you can when you find when you make enough research, when you look around for the right things, you can find the mist and step into it. Though it is foolish to do so. God. Why are you... This is my fault. I should have told you. I should have told you about ghosts and shit.
Told me about what?
Nothing. Probably wouldn't have helped anyway. What are you doing here? Like, what are you actually doing here now?
Well, drinking a couple of ales and then heading out. As of right now, completely... I'm not sure if we want to stay here for that long, so...
I don't know what to tell you, boy. It's a shitty situation that you had on.
Went out of the loop. What do you mean? What's happened in the last... How many many fucking years it's been?
I don't know.
How many years you've been here?
It's hard to say. There's time works differently in the different planes. So it is hard to say. I'm not certain myself. So it's entirely possible that it's a different amount of time for each of us since we've seen the other. It depends on when you've arrived here. But it's a long story. It's a long story. Not a happy one either. Honestly, I really don't want to get into it right now. But so these are your friends?
Yeah, they been traveling with them through
My sympathies.
these lands and a bit before it's in the other side.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Hello.
You still go by Romero or?
Please don't say that name. I'm trying to be on the low right now. No, right now I'm going by Circle.
Circle.
Yes. It's a long story. Trying to pass off as a traveling sort of carnival thing. Sometimes being obvious can keep you hidden. And, he takes his top hat off, and this is the first time you see his face revert to the way you remember him. And he puts the top hat back on, reverting to his disguise. That also helps.
I was wondering. I recognized the walking, but not the face.
Yeah,
I thought the years had been ugly on you.
Yeah. Well, it's good to hear you're still in a joking mood. Because the bad news is I don't think you're gonna be able to ever make it out of here.
I do think I'll be fine with that, but my friends, I think, would care more for leaving the place.
Excuse me. Sorry. By the way, have we been hearing this conversation?
Yes.
You're at the same table, yeah.
Yeah.
He has spoken
Okay.
still in a whisper, so not everyone in tavern hears,
Yeah.
but you're definitely able to hear. Like, he's including you in this conversation.
Mhm.
This is not
Yeah.
just
Okay.
It's always
said
Saban.
that- Okay. Excuse me, sir. You said that you came here willingly.
Yes,
Why can't you leave willingly?
because that's not quite how the mist works.
How does it work?
The devil,
mean,
how
if we just
refer to it.
take a look at what Vistani said, it's only they can kind of leave, so you can come here through the mist, but you can't leave again because
The only
he
reason.
keeps us here, I suppose.
Yes, exactly. You're not going to be able to go out here unless you manage to strike a deal with him. And I would advise
kill him.
against it. That's a foolish pursuit.
I disagree, but okay.
Listen, I know a lot about creatures like him. It's not wise. And I'm not telling you this because of the traditional, oh no, he's so powerful, you can't possibly kill him. I'm telling you because you can't really kill him. He is extremely powerful. He has lots of followers. Even if you were to succeed in killing him, he wouldn't stay dead indefinite. Somebody would reawaken him at some point. It might be enough temporarily to get out, but it would be dangerous.
Wait a minute. Is it only the Vistani that can come and go through the mist?
Only
Or is it
freely.
other,
Yes.
or is it other creatures in here as well?
Creatures, well, if hypothetically he allows other creatures to pass, then they too can go.
So for instance, he's gonna reach in were-ravens. They need his permission to come and go.
Yes.
What kind of deals does he make? What does he require to let someone go? Do you know? Or do you know anyone who knows?
I really don't even want to humor you with that train of thought. But what
Do you know?
I do know that the Vistani have saved his life when he was still immortal, which is why he has allowed them to pass. With the werewolves, I've no idea what kind of deal it is.
The werewolves, the
Werewolves, were-ravens, the were-creatures in general. Possibly it is just a matter of service. As long as they serve him, he will allow them to hunt more freely outside. Perhaps the aspect of a bigger hunting grounds is enough for service of the devil.
Just answer me. If you know, answer me and I will stop asking. Do you know if there's anyone other than the Vistani who managed to gain his favor and been able to leave? And if yes, what did it take?
Roll me a persuasion.
Ah, yes.
Please,
My old bane.
can Saban try to assist by basically bleeding? Like,
Fine, you've got advantage.
yeah, Saban basically goes like, please, just, you know. He's technically my mold commander, so he's smarter than me with the knowledge. 19 with advantage.
If you truly wish to know, it is possible. It's entirely possible.
What did it take?
He, the devil, is a creature of wind. All you need to do is to gain favor with him. That can be as simple as giving him an object he desires, as simple as telling him a joke if he's in the mood for it. It's really all dependent on what he wants. It can be as simple or as hard as he wants to make it.
I see.
Saban will whisper to Rika. It's a bit like asking Septimus's father for a leave for the weekend.
Yeah, it's similar.
For what it's worth, I'm really sorry that you all got mixed up in this.
Actually, I'd almost say it's easier to get leave on the weekends. At least for me, because I could just kind of fiddle with the paperwork. Not that I did, but I could have.
I never thought to ask of that. I always just went straight to him. Especially the Saturday shift, the amount of drunks.
Rick is going to get a little bit closer to Saban. I did give Septimus a few leaves. Don't tell him.
On the face sours a little.
Listen,
Do you mind if I ask, are you here to look for someone or something, or just to do something? Just thought it'd be a nice place to retire?
Give me another persuasion roll. You get advantage on it because it's you asking.
That's good, because I suck at that. 13. Zvan is not charming.
I fought many creatures in my years. Many evil creatures, such as him. Some I've defeated. Some I wish I had. But after I have learned what he has done, even from all the way over here, how far his influence reaches, I had I was thinking of incapacitating him.
The devil?
Yes, the devil. It wouldn't kill him. It wouldn't lift the curse. But it would free the people of his influence. Depending on how long it would last, it might make things better for a few dozen of years. But of course that would mean no one could escape as long as that would be on him.
So what if someone else would take the curse?
It wouldn't make much of a difference. It doesn't matter who sits in the chair. Eventually you'll always end up as a tyrant. These creatures have no souls. Anywhere else be given them the same curse, they just end up the same way.
I suppose that's a matter of experience more than perspective.
The only good thing is that there can only be one of them at a time. Sure, there might be a couple of spawns, but at least...
Well, we may have similar intentions eventually when it comes to that.
What do you mean?
The incapacitation.
It wouldn't mean you couldn't leave. You realize that.
I suppose the risk of that, yeah. And if we could do more, we could even escape.
Well, suppose so.
Excuse me, Mr. Sun.
What is it?
How long have you been
Here. It must have been possibly a year, at least a couple of months. Hard to tell. Time flies.
How long do you think it's been since we parted ways?
For me, must have been
Yeah.
at least a couple of years.
many years?
Despa, can you remind me how many years was it that you remember?
It was 9 years ago.
Oh, 9
as
years
far
ago,
as
that's
the
quite
bar.
long.
Yeah.
Let's see. Maybe 10 years or so.
I think that's actually,
Quite a long time, either way.
yeah, it's pretty close. I think it's been a bit more than 9. So around 10, yeah.
I might be also off. It's hard to tell. I haven't exactly been keeping a good amount of track of time.
Yeah, it does make sense. Well, so why the storytelling if your plans are to go to the castle, I suppose?
Well, it's not just a give and take. I also hear all sorts of things by spending time in taverns, rumors and other things. Some of them hold truth, some of them bring me to new places of interest. You know, taverns are always a great place to find out information. That's really it. And by making myself the center of attention, most people don't pay attention to them. Well, that's not entirely true, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I'll stay all that long in Valaki either. I've got a couple of things to do, but if you ever need help, just let me know and stay out of trouble.
The latter one I can't promise. Got
Yes.
any rumors? We were thinking possibly heading to the direction of Kresk.
Kresk.
Anything on the way there? Or?
Yeah, there's a tower there near the pond. Do you have a map with you?
I think Remus here has a map.
Right.
Oh, it's Rika. One of you two, if you have a map.
It's Rika that has them.
You show him a
Hey.
map?
Yep.
Alright. He puts it on the table and goes, yeah, here it is. Cousin's Tower near Lake Baratok. It might not be an ideal place. I'm not quite sure what you want, but it's a bit of a dangerous place. It's a magical tower. It has a bit of a security system for getting in, and it might be a good place to hide out if you manage to not set off any of the traps. If you ever need a place to hide in from the wildlife or anything like that, it might be a good place to start it. I've used it as a hideout for quite a while when I arrived here.
Can you give any pointers to how to disable things to get in?
If I remember, there's a door. The door has a bit of a quote-unquote puzzle. There's a number of positions as drawn. There's a sign in front of the door. What you need to do is you need to draw your finger along the line, no matter which direction. As long as you do that, you should be able to disable the security system. But whatever you do, don't try to open the door before tracing a line, tracing your finger along the line to disable the security system. Otherwise, you're going to get zapped by the tower. And, well, it will electrify the whole tower for 10 minutes or so.
Very good information. Thank you.
It's
By the
much
way,
appreciated.
this is a really old map that you guys got there. Hey, hang on a
I
second.
think we got it in Barovia.
Hey, it's my map. Where'd you get this from?
The village
Back in Barovia, yeah.
Weird.
of Barovia.
Well, whatever. Hold on to it. Though it might not be the... Yeah,
Any noticeable differences from this map to the next one?
I'm not entirely sure myself. Looking at it, it should cover most things, though. It has a certain simplistic style to it, but maybe that's even helpful. But I do know this is a rather old map, so it might not be completely up to date. I'm not sure what changed myself.
I suppose the roads may be different.
No,
What's
the roads should all be the same. They've been like this for probably centuries.
Alright. What are the Argunvostholt and Beres?
Beres?
You know?
What about that place?
Just what they are. Should we ever have a need to travel there?
Well, here's what I know of Beres. There's a powerful witch there. I think her name is Baba Isaga or something like that. And honestly, I don't know why you would want to go there, because it's only swamp. There used to be a village there, but well, not anymore. And now there's only a witch there, a powerful witch. So really, unless you have any specific reason to go there, it's best to just avoid that place entirely.
Noted.
The witch it's a dangerous place.
Not Vostholt, Argun.
Ah,
Thing in the mountain.
the castle. There's a couple of zombified people running around there. Knights that weren't able to pass on. You should be careful around there. They aren't exactly enemies, but they are unpredictable in their behavior. But they do hate Strahd just as much as anyone else.
What did you say those are? Where did you say those knights are?
What about the knights?
Where did you say that they are?
Argun Vostholt.
Yeah, Argun Vostholt. Well, if you ever really try to get away from Strahd, it would be one place to go to. Because those people will fight him to the death, but they are also unpredictable. So be very careful if you're ever around them.
Keep it in mind.
Honestly, you'd be best off if you just stay from town to town.
Seems, but the towns aren't exactly perfect either.
Not perfect, but much better than the alternatives.
Yeah.
So what are you all up to?
The barn lowers himself really low. We may have had a run-in with the bone grinder.
Witches, yeah.
Yeah.
Not quite sure what the deal is with them. What do you had a
We
run?
all seem to have some giant bones in there, so...
The thing I'm really wondering about is if they're associated with him.
I think
With
they
the
are.
demon. With the devil.
Yeah, with him.
No, they are.
They are.
At least they seem to bring him up a couple of times.
And whenever they speak of him, they always do so in very polite terms. Almost respectful.
Could be fear, though. But,
Perhaps a tool of him.
yeah. Well, because of that, we may have a need to find a home for some orphans.
That's a bit of a tough thing.
think a couple of them are actually from here in Valaki. Do you happen to know if any parent is missing a child? Their names are...
I spend time in taverns, but I haven't heard anyone go like that they miss their children or anything like that. A lot of people here are a little... What's the word I'm looking for? A little passive. So...
I suppose that's to be expected when there's a chance of punishment.
Oh no, I'm not speaking only here. A lot of people I've met all around are like that. Or even in Barovia, the village.
We're gonna be staying here for a few days more. If you hear anyone bring up children named Hans or Gretel, we may be able to reunite that family.
I can hold out in the air, see if I can pick anything up. I can't promise anything. And if you need anything,
Of course.
most of the time you can find me around here.
Of course.
But, Saban, I trust you don't tell anyone of my presence here.
I don't think these two even knew of you before they saw me looking at you at the bar.
Well, whatever it is that you're doing, I hope you're not going to get yourselves killed. Best of luck.
I hope so too, and likewise to your endeavors.
See you around, kids. Hey.
Wait, Wayne, hold on. Before you go, I have to ask. You said you hear a lot of things.
A lot of stories, a lot of rumors. They tend to be true.
Good. 'Cause I'd like to ask you some things. Of course, I will pay you for it.
I'm doing fine. The stories, as well as the accordion playing, they managed to get me by, and I don't need luxury. What is it that we want?
I want to know about a name.
What's the name?
What if you Septimus Northern Shimmer?
Nah, sorry, kid. That name doesn't tell me anything.
What about the Lord of Ravens?
That's a name I can do much better with. Lord of Ravens. As the story goes, a couple of years ago, there was the different were-ravens, they all united under a Lord of Ravens, supposedly. But that's many years ago. Don't know if it's true or not. That's just what I heard.
That's what I've been hearing from a lot of people.
Well, the truth is, though, I think it's true. I think there was a Lord of Raven at some point. I think it's true.
I think so too.
But, whatever happens, you don't hear of him anymore, which means either he died or something happened that no one hears of him anymore.
Thank you. Septimus is going to pull out a gold coin and set it on the table in front of Soko and push it towards him.
He pushes it back. Just keep my secret. That's all I ask. Next time we see each other in public, I can't be as talkative or honest. I do need to stay on the low. I don't want to blow my disguise.
Understandable. I'll take the coin, otherwise the waitress is going to think it's your tip.
Good, Fenton. He takes the coin and leaves.
Yeah,
With one accordion
Saban
under
gets
his
up
arm.
with him, walks a little. Saban gets up with him,
Okay.
walks a little away from the table, and kind of whispers quietly. Just hope that your daughter and grandchild is okay.
puts a hand on his
Nice.
shoulder.
I was afraid.
My plan was to just retire, but I had a long life. I've made a lot of enemies in that life. I knew eventually it would come back to me. When I came here, it was because I knew I had nothing left. I had nothing left to live for. I wouldn't mind closing myself in here, doing one last good thing. But with you guys being here, that does make things a bit more complicated.
No.
Anyway, I really gotta go.
No. Maybe we can do one last good thing together. Anyway, with that, Zban pats him on the back. Was a somber story, but it was a good one. Thank you.
See you around, kid.
Walks back to
Boy.
the table.
And so, Swan returns to the table. We now all sit huddled together. So, time passes. As you sit there thinking of what you've just learned, an unexpected acquaintance meeting in the most unlikely of places.
Yeah.
And slowly, the tavern is filled with chatter of customers, as it appears you're no longer the only people who had drinks on the table.
So what's the plan for tonight?
Right. Yeah. I think we ought to take advantage of the fact that they will be outside of their house so we can go in and investigate. Like we said, in and out. We go in, we investigate, we get what we need, we get out. Hopefully we can make it so... Well, I want to see the painting that Anna has made.
So we gotta be there before 7.
Yes. And also, the rest of the week. Today is Thursday, right? Yeah.
Could be.
Rika, you want to see about Varney, right? She comes in on Saturdays or Sundays, right?
She would usually come in on Sundays, yes.
Okay, well, I suggest today we take care of this. Then we wait until Varney shows up so you can speak to her. And I think arrangements need to be made, and I want to start heading off to Kresk. What about the rest of you? What do you want to do? I want to pursue the lead you found, Saban.
Well, then I'm going with you.
What?
I'm going with you.
Thank you. Very well then. Then it's settled.
Yeah.
You hear a loud clank as outside you see a boy throwing stones at the nearby crows perched on the opposite rooftops. You hear crowing and flapping of wings as they take off.
Yeah, no, Septimus stands up and he runs to the window to see if his crow's there.
But you see the boy continuously picking up a few stones, throwing them at the ravens, most of them getting out of the way before they hit him with the stones, and then trying to perch again due to the various birdhouses all scattered around. The boy continues doing so for a good while. Clonk. Flatter, flatter, flatter.
Does this boy look familiar? I got half a mind to go out there and whip his ass.
Not at all. You mostly just see his back, sometimes a bit more of his front as he picks up some stones. You've never seen this kid before. As you stand there and think about it, the barmaid that you've talked with before actually is already on the way outside, and as she does come outside, you hear a shout at the boy as he freezes up and starts running away.
Beat me to the punch.
She enters back and just sort of whispers to herself, "Kids."
Does that happen often?
From time to time. Sometimes bored kids. Yeah, it's funny because sometimes it's like, oh yeah, but my father would fight werewolves and I want to. It's stupid. She sort of waves him off as she carries on back to the counter.
A lot of people want to fight were-ravens until they actually find themselves in front of him, and he's going to walk on over to his table.
Yeah, I'm fine with getting a move on.
Good. Let's go then. What time is it at the moment?
Right now, it should be about noon. Still got a good amount of couple of hours until you need to be at the festival.
Just to make things clear, first we see the drawing, then we go in the house, or the opposite.
Well, I think it's about, was it about an hour that was obligatory?
Yeah.
But we don't have to be there.
Yeah, but half an hour before and half an hour after 7, I think it was. And the official reveal of the paintings is at 7.
Okay.
Though they get revealed before, like there's the public reveal and then there's the judgment or judging, and the judging is at 7. Starts at 7, I think, if I remember correctly.
All right, so 6:30 to 7:30, we're going to be at the festival. Then we sneak back. Good. I could do that.
Wait, what? No, it's 6. No, it's that's okay. Okay, so
If we're going to pull a
6:30.
heist, we have to be very precise.
6:30 is when it's obligatory for everyone to be there. We don't have to be there. But if Lady Vesta is there, she's not at her house. So we have half an hour, 25 minutes before, from when it's obligatory to when we need to get there to see the official unveiling. We have 25 minutes before then. So if we can do it in 25 minutes, that'd be great. If we can't, we could see it. And I don't know how long it would take. Might take too long. That's the problem.
I have an idea. We still have time to go find the man.
The jumper man?
The
Magic man.
The whoosh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we go find him, we can get potions of invisibility, which means technically
Oh,
we
that
can get him
man.
whenever. Yes.
That man.
Yes.
Ah, I see.
So long as we do find it, we have some hours. We could.
Well, I'm fairly certain potions of invisibility are kind of expensive.
How expensive?
But we're talking like Valaki, Barovi, or we're talking Valaki, and anything illicit tends to be more expensive.
Let's see.
And that also just depends upon that he has potions of invisibility. We can check. We have time.
I think we should. I think it would really help us if we had them.
No.
Maybe we can come up with a payment plan with them. I don't know.
Well, I at least think we shouldn't ever tell him what we're planning to use them for.
Absolutely not.
I don't think he wants to know, but I think it's a bad idea to tell him that we're going to use them in the Burgomaster's interests.
Exactly.
So, it's noon, so we have time to go.
All right. Let's go then.
Oh, so as you make out your way out the tavern, just gonna put you back on the other map.
we make out our way out.
You make out your way out the tavern, and you start heading towards, I believe, the magic shop is the person you're referring to.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember his name at all, or is it just the magic?
I don't remember his name. Here's the magic
Not
name.
even sure he ever gave you his name, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah,
we
I
did.
don't think he did.
Spawn wasn't there.
Yep. So you make your way to that alleyway, and there's no door.
Well, yeah, of course there's not. I'm going to go to the spot where there was a door and I'm going to knock.
All right.
He hides it. I know he hides it.
Out of character, and he also said he changed the spot of the door.
Yeah. As you knock on the wall, it feels like a wall.
Damn it. How the fuck are we going to find it then? It's a big city.
It's not all that big, to be honest.
No, but we can't knock on every wall.
No, you really can't.
Depends how drunk we act.
What's the plan?
How much longer until it is mandatory to head to the square?
Mandatory. From what you call, I'd say you have about 6 hours or so. It's still early noon.
Yeah, it's still a fair bit of time we have left.
You want to search for it?
Depending how well Saban is told what to search for, he would be fine with.
So as you stand there aimlessly at this wall, staring at it in disbelief as you're uncertain how to proceed,
Saban just looked confused. Why has he been brought to a wall?
the other two are staring very intently at the wall. Rika is even just sort of touching around at the wall, trying to see, trying to grasp for anything. It's very odd.
I see.
I suppose to find him, we'd have to walk through almost every back alley there is in this whole. Or we could ask to meet the Burgomaster's son.
Could we do that?
I think he'd know.
I see you thinking.
That's not a bad idea, Rika, at all.
I think he has some way of locating the shop.
All right, lead the way. That's an excellent idea.
It's just how. How we're gonna find out. That's the question.
We would like to I don't know. My first thought is we would like to speak to the Burgomaster's son. It's official Valaki business.
That could work. Okay, so I suppose we need to go to Burgomaster's then.
Yes.
And so you begin making your way down towards the Burgomaster's house, which you already recall where it is at. And as you do, you hear the rattling of a carriage across the cobbled street that you're currently walking on. As you hear a familiar voice that you've heard before, shouting. Sorry, hang on. Dream pies! Dream pies! Come and get your dream pies! As you see an old woman carrying a wooden carriage with her as she's coming towards you, holding sometimes to sell a pie or two. Oh yes, there you go. Yes, thank you.
Rika's gonna turn around, raise her hand, wave it, and yell, "Hi! It's good to see you again."
Oh, hello! Yes! She starts making her way towards you. Oh, hello!
Hi!
Hello, ma'am.
Thank you so much for those tips for the wheels. It works so much better now. Honestly, I probably would have sold half the pies I did if it weren't for those great tips. I haven't had a problem with the carriage ever since.
Great.
So, what brings you here to Valaki? I've seen you last in Barovia. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, various reasons, but we're not going to be here too much longer. Various reasons, but we're not going to be here too much longer.
Oh, yes, it's truly tragic what happened in Barovia. I've heard. It's so sad. All those people coming over. It must be so terrible to lose your homes and everything.
What do you mean? What did happen in Barovia?
Oh, all those attacks.
What's the story?
Wasn't there like all those terrible attacks with undead and zombies and skeletons and other stuff? Scary things. But do not worry. Good old Grandma knows how to cheer people up. Tell you what, for what you've done, the favor you've shown me by helping me with my axle and everything, you can have a free pastry. And she holds a pastry towards the bar. Please do take it.
Thank you. Happened to lose mine before I got to eat it last time.
Oh, what a terrible shame, dearie. What a very, very terrible shame. Oh. It is truly, truly terrible. I mean, those pastries are so good, you know.
We'll have to take some time to try.
You really should.
What's in them?
Oh, you know, all sorts of things. All sorts of good things. Love and caring, a few mushrooms and herbs, and all the other natural stuff. And of course as well, much love. Speaking of which, I have heard that you have had a look in at the old bone grinder. Had a bit of a bump in with the different children. But it is such a shame. Such a shame, really, that he didn't really adopt any, by natural ways anyway.
I suppose it's more natural to take them away from their parents. Forcefully.
Oh, absolutely, if they cannot take care of their children. But really, it is even more so a shame that you didn't take a liking to poor Laura. But being so nice as I am, I'm certain you'll be very much reminded of her once you taste the pie.
Right.
But
though I suppose it would be the government's purview to take children away from their parents should they be needed and not an outside entity.
Oh, Joe, I don't really know what you mean, dearie. I'm just an old woman doing the work that is necessary. We're like the grandmothers of Barovia. We must take care of our grandchildren. Make sure that they're in good homes.
Right. Or they end up in a pie, I suppose.
I know not what you mean. What an odd thing to say. Oh, you kids with your humor.
Or I suppose the bones end up in a barrel. Well, it was very nice to speak to you again.
Oh, absolutely. The
Very
pleasure
nice
was
to meet
all
you.
mine. And if at some point you would like more pies, then absolutely, please. I will love to give you more. Speaking of which, about those children, whatever happened to them?
I suppose you'll never know.
Oh, will I not?
No, I'm afraid not.
What a shame to forcefully remove the children from their grandmothers.
Oh, yes. How terrible.
sad.
Such a terrible thing.
Very sad.
But you know what's
very
also
sad.
terrible? Removing them from their parents.
You know,
Forcefully.
they'll be very sad. I mean, who will they have? You don't even know where they belong to, do you? No.
Oh, maybe not. But I can assure you that they are quite well.
Oh, yes. So you may
I'm
think.
fairly certain their parents would not rip the flesh off their bone, put their bones in a barrel, regardless of how poorly they treated them.
Oh, what odd metaphors you seem to be utilizing.
The right
That's me, I'm very
metaphor.
poetic.
Certainly so, dearie. You should really have a pie and try to relax a little.
Right. Well, we were going to
Have one
Burgomaster's mansion, so how about we get a move on?
Will you have one with me, madam?
Oh, most.
If I eat one, will you?
Oh, yes, most delightfully. I would love to. Why? In that case, why don't we eat this one here? She holds out a pie. You must, of course, understand. I'm an old woman. I cannot eat as much, but I will eat as much as you see fit. As you seem so distrustful, and I am all about earning trust. I am, after all, just a sweet old woman. But please, here, have a slice.
Not today, thank you.
Oh,
But since you will be in Malarkey, I suppose we'll run in.
oh, I will not be
Call
for
it a
long.
date.
But I would love to visit my little grandchildren.
Sorry,
What a shame.
that won't
what a
be possible.
shame.
You might want to ask the Vistani.
I do not know what you think you're going to do with them. But whatever it is you're planning, eventually, and I'll promise you that, they will end up back where they belong, with us, the caring
Well,
grandmothers.
I can assure you that they are in good hands, and you will not have to worry.
Oh yes, they will be. But alas, I have more
No,
pies to
they
deliver.
won't. They won't be. They are.
We'll see.
No, we won't see. Because
Perhaps
it's
we'll
already
meet
happened.
again. And so she keeps on dragging her cart past you.
Sometimes his hands are shaking in rage as she's walking away.
Svan, you're still holding the pie?
Oh, I put it in my belongings. We'll ask after her. Is this a sample or do I need to pay for this?
Oh, no. I'm certain Laura would have loved for you to have it. That's it.
Rika's going to take Sharson by the shoulders and just begin taking her away.
While they're walking away, Sherrison is going to mutter through clenched, degenerate piece of filth.
I'd love to kill her, but now is not the time.
Sending her back to her maker with an act of mercy.
Torturing her is also not the time. They'll get their dues. Promise you that.
I'm taking. He's gonna look behind to make sure that the hag is away, like way out of earshot.
She carries on walking without a care in the world.
Good. Farther away she gets from us, the better. And Sherrison is gonna whisper into Rika's ear. I'm taking Mom and the twins with me when we leave. I'm not risking her going through windows at night and finding them. Or I'm going to speak to the priest and make sure that those two find shelter there as well. Let's just carry on before I act a fool. Back there and kill her.
Yes, now would not be the best of times. I'm sure the captain would very much appreciate it if we did it, though.
going, really trying to resist the urge to give in to your primal needs of smashing and destroying. And you keep on walking, trying to cool off, until eventually you get to the Burgomaster's mansion. I think this is the perfect time for a break.
Yeah.
Yep.